So let's talk about chapter 2, building a theory of social universe. So in this chapter, we in, sorry. So let's talk about chapter 2, building a theory of social universe. Building a theory. In this chapter, there are three main parts: building a theory, conceptualization, measurement, and theories from web product. Now let's dig deeper into building a theory part of this chapter. Okay, so is the first question we ask is, won't fancy algorithms solve all our problems? And the answer for the question is no. Building a theory is a vital to any web product. To do that, we have to start at a higher level and work our way down to the minute details like the metrics of the product. Else the project will fail. Uh, Second is pervasive and general use is one of facts. So what does this mean? So if we start at lower level, then we have this all these disparate facts strewn all over the place, and we cannot connect the dots. So starting at a higher level is really important to get the whole context of what these facts mean. So that's what it means. Art of typology. What does this mean? Art of typology means categorizing behavior into groups for understanding and generalizing behavior. Well, that's a good one, right? So what it means is that effective typology means difference between actionable insights from hypothesis or a model and not getting such insight. So that's why typology is so important. It is difference between successful project and failure project. Fourthly, product design process theory building. This has mainly five parts: theory development, which is building a general model for how users are behaving in a product; hypothesis generation, defining some testable statements that could help validate that theory; metric creation, finding quantifiable measures that represent desirable quantities; and lastly, modeling and inference, carrying out experimentation and modeling to make inference from theory, original theory. Sorry. Now, let's talk about steps to a good theory. So when we do that, we need to understand what theory is first of all, right? So theory is a proven set of testable factors that explain a phenomenon. You have to understand what theory is, and that's the definition of theory. Now let's start to talk about description, question, and goals. To do that, we have to understand a social process by asking questions such as who, what, where, when, and why, and how about the social process we are investigating. And this can be anything. This can be a social experiment outside the world or a web product where users are not directly visible. Analytical theory and concepts. To do this, we have to understand the question why. We have to dig deeper into question why. Now let's take example a great party, right? So what makes a great party? Why a party is a great party? It can be a entertaining social atmosphere, good food and drink, nice kids. These things make a party great. Why a party is a great party. Now let's talk about qualities of good theory. What do you mean by good theory? A good theory is generalizable. That means identifying common phenomenon, behavior, incentives. So like it is not only applicable to a particular instance of investigation, but it is also applicable to stuff we haven't investigated yet. So it's generalizable. We can generalize that objective. It is free from bias. It doesn't have any biases toward one side or another. Verifiable, it can be tested. Falsifiable, it can be proven false. Reproducible, consistent, and can be shown in different contexts and examples. So it can be shown again and again. Like we can reproduce that how many times we want by other investigators. Once we are done with our investigation, others will try to test the theory, and they are able to reproduce that theory by following same step as we have done. So this is called theory building.